Hello my loves, welcome back to Lavendaire. Today I want to share a little glimpse of my life and the lessons I've been learning lately. I do feel like most of my videos are topic driven and it's fine for when someone needs help on a certain topic, but I also want an outlet where I can share in real time like what I'm going through. There's just a bunch of little lessons that I'm constantly learning and relearning, and so I'd like a place to share that. My goal is for this to kind of feel like we're catching up, like we just met up for lunch and you're catching up on my life as I'm catching up on yours. Feel free to share me your life updates down below. Wilson ate my blueberries from the fridge without realizing they were special garden blueberries. Just once a year I get to pick this. One theme I'm going through lately is the need to reset and renew. I feel like we're constantly going through seasons of life where we are taking action and doing things, and then we have to like take a step back and slow down. And I am now entering the era of needing to reset because I want a feeling of renewal. So I've been tending to my space a little bit more. Like things just get out of hand pretty, often because my mind is cluttered, my space gets cluttered. So yeah, lately I've been really just taking a few moments every day to clean and declutter like a little space here and there, to feel that fresh feeling of renewal, to purify my space and clear my mind, just doing a little bit each day. And it's just like patiently making those small changes and building that habit of tending to things that are not on my to-do list, right? Just tending to my space, things that would be nice if it were to be done. This means that even though I do still have a lot on my to-do list, some days I just don't look at the to-do list and then I let myself be guided by my feeling and my body and my intuition. Like what needs to be taken care of? What needs to be nurtured today? Do I feel like cleaning this? Do I feel like cooking? So instead of just being run by like the machine of productivity of, oh, let's get these things done, it's more, okay, let me follow like something softer and be guided by that. And that's kind of what I've been allowing myself to do. And what's really helped is not having like a TV show that I'm watching, because I just finished a K-drama. I finished True to Love and that was so good. I loved it. But once I finish like watching a show, I take a breather where I don't watch something new so that I can spend time listening to myself and tending to everything else. Because once I get into a show, I just get into it. I'm not productive, right? But it just goes to show how much more you can do if you are not watching a screen for hours on end. Another theme that's kind of related that I've been going through is giving love to areas that have been neglected. So for example, finally making that appointment to see my eye doctor, finally getting a haircut that I have been wanting to get for so many months, finally fixing my car, fixing all these little things. I actually have been inspired to like give my car a makeover because I'm the type of person that I don't really wash my car often. The inside, I never vacuum my car. Car care is very low on my list of priorities, but I realize that your car is also like your home, right? That space reflects you, and it doesn't feel good when you don't tend to those spaces. And so I decided to put that higher on my priority list, took this to get fixed, hired this. I finally booked car detailing, which is something I've never done. I've had my car for 5 years now, and it's about time for a makeover. I realize I spend money on lashes, I spend money to get my nails done, but I don't spend money on my car. And you know what? Sometimes it deserves better. It deserves more love. So I'm just giving love to these areas that I usually put very low on my priority list. Another big theme of my year so far has been trying new things and struggling at them, doing things that are outside of my comfort zone. And the big projects I would say are like our new Dream Life Club community and mastermind program. And then I recently did a Lavendaire meet and greet in LA, and I'll take you to the vlog here. Just finished setting up. Here's our little shelf. Yay. it to the meet and greet event. Last night we set up the shelf. We set up about like 80% and we had like 20% left. And we stayed at a hotel nearby. We're both feeling kind of tired, but we're gonna do this. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how many people will come, but I'm setting the intention that today I'm going to have fun. I'm going to give love to everyone who shows up. And the last thing is to level up the Lavendaire brand.
I was gonna say have fun.
I said had fun.
Go out there and kill it.
I guess so. Also, the US Open, which is a big golf event, is across the street, and at the mall that we're having our pop-up, they're doing like a big event, just a lot of events happening at the same time, like pop-ups, and Wilson loves golf. He was watching it late last night, so he's very, very excited to be here, more for the golf than for Lavendaire, but we're here for both. I'm here at the event with Kelly from the Lavendaire team. Hello! She's so cute today. Look at her bows. They're so cute. This is Christian, videographer. He's so cute. So this is our backdrop. We have a little shelf here. I'll give you like an actual view of it. And then we have extra inventory here so people can shop. We have our sign here. We got some Lavi Loves Waiting. We got the Keston team. We got Keston's clothes. They're super cute. Let's do it. See you later. So the meet and greet was exciting because I rarely do in-person events. The last event that I did was probably around 2019. In 2020, I did do a pop-up, but I didn't officially hold an event and purposely try to meet people. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done something in person, and I was really nervous about this event. Nervous to the point that I felt like I probably manifested what happened. Like my biggest fear for throwing events, because it's so out of my comfort zone, I'm so used to doing things online and this is my comfort zone, right? But my biggest fear has always been, okay, I'm gonna put all this effort into planning an event and no one shows up. I'm gonna host this meet and greet and no one shows up. And what happened with this event was we had about 300 RSVPs, and so Keston, the store owners, and myself were like really amped, really excited, like, oh my God, it's gonna be crazy, da da da. And then it turns out that about 15 people showed up. And you know, there's many different reasons for that, and I understand in hindsight there's like a lot of lessons that I learned from that event. I wouldn't say that it was a bad experience because I still am grateful that I did it. I'm grateful that I got to meet the people that did come and did spend time with me. But I think it's just because our expectations were set like up here and then the reality was down here, and it was kind of like womp womp. It was pretty humbling, to be honest. And you know, it's fine. I think you have to go through these things in life. My intention for this event was to get to reconnect with the people who watch Lavendaire in person, to actually get to know more who our community is now, and I feel like I did get that. I realized that most people that came started following Lavendaire around 2020, like pandemic. They found my meditations. It was super sweet to hear their stories, like people who changed careers because they got inspired and empowered by Lavendaire, people who are diehard workbook fans who use it to plan everything. Like I loved that people brought their workbooks and I got to see what they wrote in it. I got to like sign some of them. That was really nice. Like I never regret like having those experiences. It's always so fulfilling. I think just because the physical effort of like lugging all the stuff, I have something against doing things physical. I think I have trauma from past events where I used to perform music and I used to lug my keyboard and all these heavy equipment from place to place, and I don't know, it's just a lot of physical effort is like really tiring for me. I know for some people it's a daily reality, but anyway, I'm grateful my job is online. All I have to do is sit here and film a video and do everything on my computer. But anyway, I realized that I was the one that came into this event with self-doubt and expectations, when in reality, I have to release expectations of all outcomes and come into something just bringing my best self and accepting whatever comes and being grateful for whatever comes, right? And I let my self-judgment and self-doubt really cloud my energy to the point where I might have even manifested the worst outcome because that was my fear, right? But in that happening, I realized that I'm fine. Like, my fear came true and I'm fine. Like, I'm over it. It's okay. Life goes on. I still feel worthy. I still, you know what I mean? Like, I still have so much, and it didn't take away from me. And I think that is a lesson in itself, that sometimes your fears come true, like the things that you don't want to happens, and that's okay. You go on, life goes on, and you realize that it doesn't take you down and you're invincible because you can go through anything. If you're still alive at the end of the day, you're stronger because of it. You continued on. Life will always go on. And this brings me to my next lesson, which is the discomfort of growth and trying new things. I feel like that has been my theme this year. I've been doing new things and it's been really difficult, not as smooth as I would have wanted things to be. And I think, I just have to learn to be okay and live with it, because the reality is I went through this before, many times before. Whenever I was trying something new, I think I just forgot. I think because I had been doing the same thing with Lavendaire, making videos over and over again, there comes a point where you kind of get the hang of it and you're like, okay, I know what's happening, and I don't know, it's a little more smooth. But because of the new things that I've been trying this year, I am reminded of that discomfort of doing things outside of your comfort zone, pushing yourself a little more, and I'm embracing it. It's a reminder that it's not easy, but it's good for you. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. And although it is very uncomfortable, I'd much rather have this experience than to be bored doing the same things over and over and over again in my comfort zone. So it's a reminder that even though things are hard, like, that's a good sign, because it means you're pushing yourself. If things are too easy for you and you're just coasting, then it means you're not pushing yourself hard enough, or you're not going outside of your boundaries. Which brings me to the next lesson, which is stay the course even if it's not smooth. I think everything that I've been choosing to do this year, it did feel aligned, and there was a point where I was super excited about trying the new thing. For example, launching Dream Life Club, our masterminds, our online events. I was really excited about them, and at the beginning of the year, I would journal about it, journal about my ideal community, what I'm trying to build, and that's the creative process. It's always exciting in the beginning. You think your idea is amazing, it feels aligned, and then the reality of doing, and then the difficulties, like just the ups and downs of the creative process, where there are days where you're just like, is this even worth it? Like, am I wrong? Is this wrong? Like, is this bad? Am I even on the right track? I don't know what I'm doing. Do people even want this? Like, all these questions come, and you think that it means the end of it, but it's actually the process of it. The process is not smooth. You're gonna have that self-doubt. You're gonna have those moments where you question yourself. Why did you do this in the first place? Do people even care? Is it even worth doing? And it's a reminder that even if something is aligned and something is what you're meant to be doing, it's not always going to be smooth or easy, because there's gonna be a lot of mistakes you have to make to figure out what's the better way of doing things. Like, there's a lot of lessons that you're going to have to learn in this process, and each mistake is taking you forward to where your path is supposed to go, and all of it is okay. Like I said, this reminds me of starting something new, that self-doubt and the uncertainty of doing something new and different. It's just gonna feel like this. This is all part of the journey. So stay the course even though it's not smooth. And then the final lesson I've been learning lately is to remember that it's all about the joy of the journey. It's not about the outcome, it's not about the end goal or where you end up. It's really about enjoying the process of getting somewhere, enjoying like the ups and downs, everything that you learn, experiencing yourself growing and doing things that are scary. And it's all about how you grow in the process of your goal and learning to enjoy and embrace that process. I think sometimes it is very difficult and it is very tiring. It can be hard to enjoy the journey, but I think every day, if you just take time for like the gratitude of what you do have in your life, the gratitude for the things you are learning, or even having gratitude for your failures and your setbacks, that gives you that mindset of, oh, everything is a plus. Everything is like adding to my journey. Like these are all just like badges that I'm earning. You know what I mean? Like whether it's a success or a failure or like meh, like everything's a badge. Like I did it, I experienced it, like on to the next, right? I think I feel this most though in the process of building our home. I'm genuinely having a lot of joy in that journey of envisioning and designing it. And it really is a slow process of designing and then actually getting the work done. The most frequent question, literally the FAQ that I get asked from everybody when I talk about the house is, when do you expect it to be done? When do you think it's going to be done? And of course I give the answer of like, okay, probably like late fall, early winter, maybe later, I don't know. The truth is like, it doesn't really matter when it's done. Like people always think about the end goal, right? But it really is about, oh, I'm having so much fun right now. Like this week, I've been researching Pinterest for this. I've been looking at fireplaces. I've been designing this little shelf. Like it really is the joy that I'm experiencing now, creating this whole thing. Like it's, yes, the end goal hopefully will be beautiful and I'll be proud of it. But when it's done, it's done. Like I'm not gonna be able to work. I guess it's an ongoing project, but it's more about, it's like I'm not in a rush to have that end result. I'm enjoying the journey getting there. So think of your life and the things you're building right now. What are you creating? What are you changing in your life? And instead of focusing on the end result, do you have joy for the journey? Like, are you enjoying the daily little things that you're doing to get there? So that's something that I've been reminded, and it's how I'm living my life day by day, is just finding joy in the journey and the process. And reminder, the journey is not always fun and beautiful and easy. You will have those difficult moments, those setbacks and disappointments, but I think you can also find some lightheartedness in that as well, to be able to laugh at your mistakes, laugh at things that went wrong, or even just like share your struggle with your friends. Get vulnerable with the people in your life, and that like sharing that struggle and getting vulnerable deepens your bond and your friendship. And that's something that's beautiful too. Like there's so much beauty in that, like struggling together, right? I feel like that builds deeper bonds than celebrating your successes all the time. You know, we all have our ups and downs, and it's okay to celebrate them, to be with each other. And like I said, it's about this journey, going through all of it together. Those are my lessons lately. Let me know, what is the biggest lesson that you've been learning in your life lately? Comment down below. What is the lesson that life is like trying to teach you? Like what's this big, like it's like written as the theme of your life right now? Let me know if you like this video concept and if I should make more as a series. Sending you so much love. See you next time. Bye.